Hello, my name is Kai Reynolds. I am the social media manager for Southeast Kansas Works. During today's workshop, we will go over utilizing social media as a job search tool, as well as some ways you can make sure that the footprints you leave on the internet are worth following. When we talk about your digital footprint, we are talking about the trail of data you leave behind on the internet. This footprint can either be active or passive. Your active footprint consists of the things that you deliberately share. For example, your posts on social media and other online forums, emails you send, newsletters you subscribe to, and other information you choose to share on different sites. And yes, this includes your shopping habits. Your passive footprint, on the other hand, is the information you leave that you may not even be aware is being collected. This includes things like your IP address, the number of times you visit a site, and even how you got to that site, whether it be through a search engine or through an ad that you clicked on. So, why does your digital footprint matter? Many employers use social media to evaluate and pre screen their candidates. According to a 2020 survey, 90% of employers consider social media an important tool when they evaluate candidates, and 79% of the HR professionals surveyed have denied that candidates based on what they find on their social media. So, your digital footprint is important because it determines your online reputation, which is now considered just as important as your reputation offline. Many times, your potential employer meets the online version of you before they ever meet you in person. Another thing to keep in mind is that the things you post on social media are relatively permanent. That means that once that data is out there, you have little control over how others view it or use it. So remember that before you post anything moving forward. And before you submit that application or resume, make sure that your social media accounts are cleaned up and that you have control over what information others can find about you on the internet. Here are some tips on how to make sure that your social media is working for you and not against you while you search for jobs. First, analyze your digital footprint. Do an audit of your social media accounts and figure out what your social media says about you. Take a moment to Google yourself. Type in your name with your city and state into your Google search bar. And if you're logged into your Google account, make sure you log out or try using a friend's phone so that you can see the same results a stranger may find about you. Once you've done this, scroll through and see which results have to do with you as opposed to results that deals with someone who has the same name as you. What information did you come across first? Did you find any questionable information or maybe old social media accounts that you forgot about? Feel free to share your results with us in the chat if you're comfortable. Next, you'll want to get rid of any derogatory or controversial content. Just be aware of how you are portraying yourself on social media and what kind of messages you are sending with your posts. Keep illegal activities, hate speech, and other drama off of your platforms. If you're constantly debating with others on social media, what kind of message does that send? What's considered professional can vary a lot depending on what industry you work in. But just know that in any industry, it is not okay to complain or talk bad about your current or previous job or employer. If you're ever unsure about certain content, a good rule of thumb to live by is when in doubt, delete. Number three, dissociate yourself from negative websites. Like previously stated, you leave a trail of cookies when you visit websites. Even YouTube keeps track of your most watched videos. So be careful about what sites you frequent and even the social media pages you interact with. People, people can see what you comment on and the posts that you like. Now, if you've already submitted your applications and feel that you don't have enough time to do a full audit of your social media accounts, don't worry. Just go ahead and check your privacy settings. Make sure that your posts can only be seen by those who you want to see them. Now, if you accept any and all friend requests you receive, this may not be as effective. But just go ahead and set your profiles to private until you are able to hide or delete any of those questionable posts or photos. And just be mindful of what you share moving forward. And last, create a positive and professional persona. Make sure that how you portray yourself on social media is not going to hurt any chances or future opportunities you may have, which leads us to our next topic, building your personal brand. First of all, you should know that in pretty much every field, employers like to check up on their candidates' social media presence. Certain industries might be looking at your profiles in more detail than others. Industries who require knowledge of the online landscape and social media, like marketing and communications, and maybe even sales and recruiting, those industries have made this practice a necessary step to make sure that their candidate is already utilizing social media in a smart and appropriate way. While those other industries just use it to gain insight to your personality, if you fit well within their company culture, and whether you would be able to represent their company positively. Take advantage of social media to showcase your experience, but do not exaggerate your qualifications. Be sure who you are online matches who you are in real life. As far as job search goes, LinkedIn continues to be the most utilized social media platform for job seekers to connect to employers and build a professional network within their industry. If you haven't already, I suggest that you create or update your LinkedIn account. Make sure you share relevant content about your industry and add content that reflects your professional interests. Share your career wins. When you complete a training, acquire a new certification, or hit other important professional milestones, make sure you share it on your social media. Many have found employment through social media. Companies have been utilizing social media not only to market their company, but also to advertise their job listings and recruit candidates. According to a SHRM study, recruiting via social media is growing, with 84% of organizations using it currently and 9% planning to use it. So build your profile and use it as your digital resume. Use it to reach as many potential employers as you can. Market your skills and distinguish yourself from other candidates. Recruiting passive job candidates continues to be the top reason that organizations use social media for recruitment. So even if you are not currently looking for a different job, make sure that you are keeping your LinkedIn profiles updated and keep building your professional network so that you don't miss out on any future opportunities. So, to wrap it all up, let's go over some of the do's and don'ts of social media that we've covered today. Do clean up your existing accounts. Start by Googling yourself. If you come across accounts that you no longer use, or some questionable posts or inaccurate information, consider deleting them. Build your professional brand. Figure out how to market your skills or be known as a thought leader in your industry, and share relevant content. Expand your network by making connections. With social media, we are able to grow a network like never before. Audit your digital footprint regularly and take advantage of LinkedIn. Don't. Don't post negative content. If you're not sure if it's okay to post something or not, have someone look it over or just don't post it at all. Don't post overly personal photos. Don't overshare. Please don't use your social media as your personal diary. And don't complain about previous or current jobs and employers. If you need assistance with auditing your social media accounts before your job search, please contact one of our workforce centers listed on this slide. You can also drop your email in the chat, and one of our workforce professionals can reach out to you. To find job openings in your area, please visit www.kansasworks.com or download our job search app. Thank you all so much for joining us for this workshop. Please don't forget to follow at SEK Works on all social media platforms. Hope you have a great rest of your day.